There's a second one that I'm dealing with now, what Tim knows a bit about, where the homeowner's forever been claiming, you don't touch my balcony, it's mine. And he's wrong. It's common area. And he doesn't want this. They're doing a redo project at the association. He doesn't want what they're doing. And he's been saying for several years, and he claims that they're doing everything they do. He claims they're doing it wrong. And he's been doing it for years. And finally, when they went to try to collect a special assessment, he sued to try to block the collection of the assessment. And that's what prompted it. But they should have told the carrier maybe 2, 3, 4 years ago, this is a bad guy. He always is barraging the board with negative stuff. He's just a negative guy. So you asked the question about what happens. You have a negative guy, and then you don't think he's going to do anything. He's just all bluff, and then he comes out and sues.
Yeah, it always seems to me, from my vantage point, that you should view it as a form of damage control. Because, on the one hand, people are afraid of, having a claim affect their insurance rates and those sorts of things. But on the other hand, if you wait, as Tim had said, when the claim, blossoms into this entire other situation, then you're looking at defense costs and possible rejection, in which your defense costs then come out of pocket. It just seems like it's always better to be proactive and sort of try to get out in front of these situations.
We all know about that, but I was thinking as you were just speaking that I think a lot of boards don't understand the timing. They don't know. They think, we have to wait for a lawsuit. No, you don't have to wait for a lawsuit. Or they think when the claim really manifests itself as a true claim, then I can bring it. And that might be too late. I don't think they realize the rules that require that. And this is mostly directors and officers liability policy, right, Tim?
Well, it could be a GL claim as well. I mean, the GL claims are also kind of sometimes get buried because of a concern about trying to protect the master policy, and we don't want to see that kind of litigation show up on our loss history. But you're right, D&O claims as well. There are two areas where I think the board has to be very conservative in terms of their approach and go ahead and submit it to their agent or broker and have it tendered to the carrier and let the chips fall where they may. Hopefully nothing will come of it, and that claim will be closed without pay, and it'll just be something, a small anomaly we'll have to overlook and help the carrier to overlook at the time of renewal.
But aren't most D&O policies more specific on the occurrence and the timing of the claim than a general liability policy?
Yeah, and I think the interesting thing about D&O claims, which we don't find as often in general liability claims, is the board can get sued for their actions, and they can get sued for their failure to act. And the nature of those...
Or a perception of the failure to act.
Right. Well, and it's just the perception somehow... They're just challenging the way we were operating the association. That's not really a claim. Well, it could be a claim. And depending on the nature of, the things that are being discussed, could be a very large claim.